Good afternoon, everybody. How you doing on this beautiful Sunday morning? Well, Sunday afternoon, sorry. You're very welcome back to the channel. It's wee Paddy from across the shuck. And today I'm doing the third of the three knives that Rosecraft Blade sent me for free. Full disclaimer, I get these for nothing. So, now that that's out of the way, this is a cracking big knife. And I've been trying to think of ways that I can incorporate into sort of my collection. And I think I found it because I just decided, because this is just a fantastic, this is it down here. And this is the pretty box. And this is the name of it, the Mosquito Lake Moose. Super name. Super name. Mosquito Lake Moose. I can even pronounce that one. Now, a Mosquito Lake Moose, it's a big knife. And I put it down with some of my bigger knives that I would call heavy-duty work knives. That's what I would call them. And these are all lined up on the same line to bolster. And I just want you to see where this blade comes in. You know, and I'm going to go through these other knives first. Look, I'm going to show you this knife, you know, as a part of this review. But I'm going to tell you nothing more about the knife than that. Other than fit and finish, exquisite. Blade shapes, exquisite. Cutting edge, exquisite. Bone, out of this world. And that's it. It's like any Rosecraft you get. Everything about it is absolutely top notch, especially for that price of around, I think this is 60 odd pound, 64, 65 pound probably. They haven't come into Hiennie Haynes yet, but I'm warning you now, once they come in, the first one that I've done, it's been in Hiennie Haynes and out of Hiennie Haynes, which is this Barlow, which was absolutely beautiful. It's gone. I've reviewed this one. It's not been in yet, but it's coming in very shortly. As is this, and I mean, it should be within the next couple of days. Do not hang about, because like the Barlow, they'll just go. They'll just go. There might be another iteration of them, who knows? But you need to buy them when they come out, because they are just, this is just amazing. This is the same cover, that mossy brown colour that the Nullichucky Jack was. And it's just, look, I'm just going to show you the brown. Look how well that has dyed. I just can't tell you how beautiful that handle is. Look at that. Come on. It's just beautiful. Mossy brown. It looks like greenish colour, but it's just beautiful. But I'm going to compare them to other knives. And I'm going to start right at the top. My biggest, what I would call, this is a working knife. This is the big case. There we go. In stainless steel. I don't know what the number of it is. What it just says Case USA. Case XX series. Then it's just a huge big blooming knife. It's gorgeous, really gorgeous. Nice in hand with both blades. You know, they're sitting low enough down. It's nice in hand. It's comfortable. And if you want to work, this is just the business. It's in wood, jigged wood, which I love jigged wood when it's done well, and this is done well. I'm not even sure what age this is. When I seen it, I just had to have it. It's just a monster of a knife. But, you know, not a monster that's unwieldy. It's lovely in your hand. It really is a big knife. So you could use that for hunting. Do you know what I mean? You could use it for game. It's also got the big, this one's got a big spay on it. Yeah, it's got a big spay. Where's it? Oh, wrong side. No, it's got a big drop point, which is just beautiful. Stunning. Absolutely stunning. You know, so a proper hunting knife, non-locking. And that's all it is. It'll do every job that a hunting knife will do. I just love this knife. I think it's one of Case's just fantastic iterations. So there's that one. Here's another one, which is the Bullet, the Remington Bullet. Isn't that Remington? Am I doing well here? Yes, it's a Remington, made in the USA. There you go. The Remington Bullet. And this was a copy of the original Remington bullet knife. It's a big knife, super big handle on it, at least a 4-inch. What is this? It must be even more than a 4-incher. Let me just see. It's a 4.5-inch handle, just super big handle, super knife. You have the drop or the clip, I suppose you could call that, and then on this side you have the spay. Just a stunner of a big knife. Again, will get all the work you've done for whatever task you want, be it hunting or just if you're a heavy use EDCer. That is an amazing knife. And then we're going to go down to the more knives that are more of the same size as this Moose. And this is a large trapper, and this is the 858 OT. This is an old timer. It's long, 4.5-inch blade. I think this is the same size as an 85 case, but I'm not 100% sure. I think so. I've never had the 85, but it's 4.5 inches, and I would say that must be it. This is a Stockman, but what a beautiful big Stockman. Again, even though you've got these blades, it's incredibly comfortable in hand to use. So a great work knife and a great blade on it, long blade. But this is where I'm going to start to show you. These have big, thick blades. Once you get down to even the 85 case, look at that blade compared to that. Isn't that just a big difference? If you're going to heavy use it, look at this. I mean, it's not as thick. So for everyday heavy use, this is just perfect in D2 steel. But look at the difference in just the thickness and the strength of that blade. It just adds strength to it and makes it a great slicer. Full flat grind, just a super slicey knife and a swedge to die for. There's a difference. I can't understand why people... now, I don't mean this as a slur. It's just I don't understand. When you have a swedge like that versus something like this, I just don't get it. I think that just elongates and makes it look beautiful. I love a swedge. But, you know, that's the size, and that's a big size. And I think it's about the same size as the 85 case, which is a very popular one at the minute. I see a lot of people doing it. Here's your basic Rough Rider, large trapper, beautiful clip point blade. These blades are, and another beautiful spay blade. It's a super, trappers are trappers. This is a Moose. So you're getting that, you know, this is the size of a man trapper. This is the size of a bloody great Moose. Look at that blade shape again, and look at the depth of difference that you're getting in that Moose. Again, D2 steel versus the Rough Rider. There's nothing wrong with it. This knife works fantastically well, as do all of them. As do all of them. They all work incredibly well for what they want. But this, I think, just makes your utility so much more because of that depth of blade. It just gives it the agility. It's about the same. Is it about the same? No, this is a little bit thicker than this trapper, but just stunning. And again, this is a slim handle, you know, for long use. Yeah, it's getting on that thin side, but it's a great little, you know, small game, anything, you know, like rabbits, the kittens, small puppies. Sorry, I'm only joking. No, but rabbits and things like that would be good. But this will do it as well. And I just think that this, you know, this looks every bit as traditional as either one of these. Every bit as traditional. I adore this. As a big knife, probably the best that I've seen so far. And what do you get? You get a beautiful spear point with a long pull swedge. It just is one of the nicest spear points you can get. And then this clip point. Look at that. What a pair of weapons that you have got there. And I mean that in just a talking sense. I mean, they just are super knives for any sort of task that you could possibly come across. And they're not that bulky. I'm going to put it up against, there's the Rough Rider Trapper. There's not much difference in the girth on this. Because sometimes the Chinese, when they do multi-bladed, you can get ultra-thick knives. These are not ultra-thick. These are the best Chinese slip joints ever that's come out, in my opinion. Just my opinion. And, Do you want to know? I'm so confident about that because there's been so many reviews out. There's been so many people who have bought them and got back to me and said, Paddy, that was a great buy. Thank you very much for the nod. That means the world to me. It means the absolute world. Because there's no point me doing this if nobody's going to think that what I'm telling them is a good buy. That's the joy I get, is when people get back to me and say, God, I'm so glad I bought that, Paddy. And it could be from the smallest to the moose. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't matter. I love to see people getting something that I've recommended. But this is just a super pattern. And the fact that it's not over chunky is just, but look at that bone. It's swollen. Do you know what I mean? It's swollen this way. It's thicker in the center. You also have that lovely belly there that comes, you know, in the center swell on it. It's just beautiful. The curve of the back, everything about it is just fantastic. I've only ever had one real moose before, but it was a case, actually, a big case moose. And to be honest with you, this is blowing it away, hands down. Hands down. This is just a stunning knife. Now this and this one, if you remember, again, this is for a smaller knife. This is just immense. It's just buy. This is another buy. If you want a bigger knife, you know, if you want a peanut, this is not the knife for you. It's just not. If you want a small pen knife, this is not the knife for you. But if you want a knife to have, just in case even, a knife just in case, but if you're going to use it, this is one hell of a user. Absolutely stunning. And again, that D2 steel brings it up to that modern sort of standard of you know, a good steel. And it is a good steel, and they're heat treated well, which makes it even better. The geometry is fantastic, which enhances it again. They're just super quality knives, and I highly recommend this one, as I've done with nearly every one that I've had from Rosecraft. None have been, the ones that I maybe wasn't keen on, was they just didn't fit my eye. The knives were made no less perfect. And we keep going on about it and you hear it, and that's why I really don't want to go into them specs anymore, because they're just, every single one that I've got from them is of a quality that is way beyond its price. I love this, and I still love this little rosebud shield. Really just perfect. So, there you go, the Mosquito Lake Jack, and it's Mosquito Lake Jack? No, the Mosquito Lake Moose. I was close. The Mosquito Lake Moose from Rough Rider is superb. They'll be coming in Hiennie soon. Keep checking daily. Buy it straight away. And then buy this one straight away. Because this one, the one that came in first, has gone. Don't hang about. That's it. We Paddy done. Sunday video. Done and dusted. 13 minutes. I am a speedster. Take care, everybody. All the very best. Paddy has left the building. Bye now.